What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 647 of Community Universe Mode, and we have finally made it, baby, to NGW Homebound, kicking off Ascendant 7 weekend, because tomorrow night, not only part 1 but part 2 of the grandest stage of them all. Can you feel it? I am as hype can be. As the lovely Tim would say, Excite Bike. And it all gets started right here, right now, from Chicago, Illinois, with the biggest show in NGW history. A stacked card from top to bottom. Getting started here with a bit of a kickoff between Don Gianfranco and Harry Wallace, a rematch from a couple of weeks ago when these two did battle on an episode of Impact, with Don Gianfranco coming out on top. A bit of an unexpected banger the two put on, and they're looking to do it yet again to get these fans ready for what is sure to be a stellar night of action in NGW. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 championship matches, and it is all capped off with a history-making moment. The near year-long rivalry between Sonny Octave and Piper Fox reaches its end in the biggest way possible when they clash for the NGW Women's Championship. The NGW Championship is also going to be on the line as Cam Harris challenges Ace Reeves in Ace's first defense since winning the title by cashing in his Magnificent Six contract. It's put up or shut up for Ace Reeves. Does he truly deserve to be champion? We're going to find out. The Rising Star Championship is also on the line. Champion Blake Virtue's back is against the wall when he defends against 7 other superstars in an 8-pack challenge. And of course, the NGW Tag Team titles will hang in the balance when the historic reign of Black Magic is in jeopardy against the Prestige. And even more than that, we have a loser leaves NGW Iron Man match. Joseph Santos and Tenra one more time. An elimination fatal 4-way match to determine who the next challenger for the Women's Championship will be when Akira, Janet Tor, Danielle Davis, and RVW go at it. And of course, things will all get started on the main card after our kickoff here, when Corrosion is going to have their dominance tested against the peculiar combo of former enemies, Jaquan Shea and Dante Tatum. Don Gianfranco is looking very dapper, by the way, I must say. He has certainly shown up and is looking the part for Homebound as Harry Wallace charges his way down to the ring. I hope he's going to have some flexibility in that suit. How much did that cost him? Harry Wallace, not the kind of guy to play dress up. He's looking to get that win back from Gianfranco ever since the Wrecking Crew came to an end with Harry Wallace's former tag team partner Michael Payne departing the wrestling scene. Wallace been desperately trying to prove he has what it takes to jump out on his own and be a successful single superstar. Things are starting hot between these two. No feeling out process. Just picking up right where they left off a couple of weeks ago, and a big old claw to the shoulder. Can't believe we are finally here. All of the anticipation reaching an apex. Ascendance 7, part 1 and 2 tomorrow. And speaking of 1 and 2, back-to-back military presses by Harry Wallace, just showcasing that incredible strength he has within him. And a hook to the leg gets not even a 1 count. Gianfranco not playing around. Irish whip into the corner. Ascended 7 tomorrow, guys. Part 1 will probably begin around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will then be an hour break or so before Part 2 begins later on in the night. But make sure you got your alarm set because it all goes down tomorrow. Harry Wallace, whenever he gets a chance, making sure to get in those workouts, keeping himself in tip-top shape. I've commented on the appearance of Harry Wallace before. Definitely a unique build. I've never seen anybody quite as square as Harry Wallace before. But he uses that size, a third military breast, very well when in that ring. Now this match is going a lot differently than it did last time these two went at it. Wallace is dominating at the start, and if this keeps up, Don Gianfranco isn't looking too good. Look at even Harry Wallace is saying, "What's going on, old man? What happened to that guy I stepped in the ring against a couple of weeks ago?" And Gianfranco talked some smack on Twitter after getting that win. Sent some shots at Wallace afterwards, kind of rubbing it in. I guess that's why Wallace is coming out swinging. Wait a minute, what the? Something has caught the attention. What the hell's going on? I don't know what's going on, guys. Something is happening on the stage that for a second caught Harry Wallace off guard. I didn't hear or see anything, though. He just, like, I don't know, maybe saw Chris Benoit's ghost or something? Got distracted. Don Gianfranco not going to have a problem taking advantage. That was really weird. Nothing happened either, so I'm not too sure what grabbed his attention there for that minute or so. Well, Wallace going to try to make a comeback. Hopefully he can stay on track this time. Gouge of the eyes by Gianfranco. Oh, we've seen this before from the Godfather. Back suplex into the German and looking to finish off the trifecta with a vertical executed to perfection. Textbook. Wallace, though, feels himself slipping into the deep end. Does not want to yet again be bested by the Don. DDT, keeping it simple but effective. 1, 2. Nearly got the 3 count. Gianfranco. I just have to say, yet again, what a look on Gianfranco as he goes for a label lock, and Harry Wallace taps. The Godfather of submissions, keeping up with his nickname as he is victorious over Harry Wallace once again, this time using the label lock, and a big thanks to whatever the hell distracted Harry Wallace, because before that, he was in control. He was all over Don Gianfranco like peanut butter on jelly, but something distracted Harry Wallace and left the door wide open for Don Gianfranco to take advantage, and he did just that, hitting the DDT. Harry Wallace kicked out of that, but soon after, trapped in this label, which we haven't seen Gianfranco use before. That's why I was kind of caught off guard myself. Harry Wallace, no choice but to tap out. Don Gianfranco victorious here at Homebound. Big dub for the Godfather of submissions. I'm more worried about Harry Wallace, though, because I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. Did you guys? But for some reason, he turned his back and was, like, arguing with thin air. Real weird, real weird. who we are gonna get it started here live from Chicago, Illinois. It is the biggest show in NGW history, kicking off one of the biggest weekends in CMV history with Ascendant 7 parts 1 and 2 tomorrow. It is Homebound. We got things started in a spicy fashion with Don Gianfranco taking on Harry Wallace in the kickoff, but now it's going to heat up for show. The main card underway, and it is tag team action. Corrosion up against the interesting pairing of Jaquan Shea and Dante Tatum, two former foes brought together to try and take down a common enemy and Tailcoat Val's puppets, but Tashera and Nucleo are kind of a big question mark going into this one because they do not have their puppet master with them anymore. Tailcoat Val has been fired from NGW on the Go Home show earlier this week. You'll remember it was Tailcoat Val versus Akira. Loser leaves NGW. If Akira won, she would get added to the #1 contenders match later on, and it would be Ashley Rain, the real Ashley Rain, returning, giving an assist to Akira, laying out Tailcoat Val. Akira would pin her for the 1-2-3. Tailcoat Val defeated and is now no longer in NGW. So what of her puppets? Will they be as powerful as they usually are without their master, if you will, pulling at their chains? We're going to find out right here, right now. They better be at their A game because they have spent the past month torturing Jaquan Shea and Dante Tatum, two men who have detested each other all season long. And they've managed to come together out of this common goal to try and put a stop to Corrosion. So, if that doesn't tell you what's going on here, then I don't know what will. Such hatred Shea and Tatum have for Corrosion that they're willing to put their differences aside and work together. But will they be able to work together once that bell actually rings? That's another big question. Jaquan Shea saying he's going to try to turn a new leaf while Dante Tatum says he's doing this for NGW. Both Shea and Tatum knowing that they have matches tomorrow at Ascendant 7. Jaquan Shea is a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Dante Tatum has the biggest match of his entire wrestling career against Hayden. So they're going to be trying to end this one early, you have to imagine. That would be a smart game plan, at least keep themselves fresh for tomorrow. But I don't think Corrosion is the type of team you can really have a game plan against. Not just outside of the box, but miles and miles away from the box. Tashera and the massive brick wall known as Nucleo. Another thing, or a completely different perspective you could play out is maybe with Tailcoat Val being taken away, it'll whip Tashera and Nucleo into a frenzy, kind of like if you extract the queen bee from its hive, all of the workers will start to go crazy. They won't know what to do. Corrosion very well may be more dangerous than ever here tonight at Homebound, and that's a scary thought. A haunting sight every single time these two come down to the ring. Chills up and down my spine. Even though Tailcoat Val isn't here tonight, I'm sure she told these two before they came here, you go out there and send a message that I may be gone for now, but not forever. Tailcoat Val always has a plan up her sleeve. It backfired earlier this week on NGW TV when Ashley Rain finally returned to her former self, and I'm thankful, as I'm sure everybody else is, about that. But mark my words right now, I know Tailcoat Val. I don't think she's going to let this keep her down forever. But look at that. Jaquan Shea always knows had to come out styling and profiling. That's kind of a bit more scary than Corrosion, I gotta be honest. Maybe that's the play of Jaquan Shea here, trying to send some fear back into the face of Teixeira and Nucleo. The CMV veteran, a former Anarchy champion and light heavyweight champion. As a matter of fact, the last ever light heavyweight champion, the inaugural Zero-G champion. He became the inaugural Zero-G champion by defeating the very same man he teamed with here tonight at Homebound. And Dante Tatum, that was back at Regicide when they had an unforgettable clash. That was the one and only time that these two ever did battle against each other, mano a mano. But I think throughout their back and forth on social media, face-to-face, and that match that they had, there's an underlying respect being formed. Even though you have to imagine that these two still aren't going to be the best of friends or anything. They came together tonight because they know they have to in order to put an end to the blight that is Corrosion. Tailcoat Val's gone. Now it's time for her puppets to be cut loose. And look at Dante Tatum, baby. The catalyst, the spark plug, the heart and soul of NGW, the former NGW champion, looking like he fell from the heavens. He says he is doing this for NGW, for Ken Donahue, and for everybody that Tailcoat Val has tormented these past few months. And when you're fueled by something like that, gonna be hard to stop. And here we go, Corrosion, led by Teixeira at the start against Jaquan Shea. Just getting things started, and Dante Tatum side headlock by Teixeira. He's got it tightly locked in. Jaquan Shea going to push him into the ropes. Flung. Rawson comes back into a dropkick. Saw that coming, though. Able to fling the legs of Shea aside. Now takes the arm, rails him in with that short arm shoulder block. Stomp to the knee. Shea grabbing the head. Up next after this, guys, here at the Homebound, it is the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for #1 contendership the NGW Women's title. Akira, Janet Tor, Danielle Davison, RVW gonna tear it up. I can already tell that one is gonna be, is gonna be hot. Thanks by Teixeira, taking Shea by arm and leg away from the corner. Great game plan. Trying to isolate Shea early on in a tag to Nucleo. The brick wall, he's known as, for good reason. Stomping on that shoulder. Nucleo circling his prey. Stomps away. Jaquan trying to get back up to his feet. Inverted atomic drop turned into a bulldog. And that is what I like to see from Jaquan Shea. That's why he can never be underestimated. Irish whip into the corner. Drop kick to the face. Took him off of his feet for a minute. Now in the corner, man. Dante Tatum giving his tag team partner for the night some room to work. Sweeping the big man down. Targets the knee. Taking him off his base. Ensuring that he can't use that superior size of his as a weapon. Shea now looking for a tag, and he gets it. Thrown down onto the canvas. Double super kick. Yeah, baby. But Nucleo, knowing where he is, that great ring awareness, makes the hot tag to Teixeira. Dante Tatum gets a boot down the gullet. Stomp to the torso. Forearm smash. Teixeira back to the corner. Monkey flip. Dante Tatum never stops moving. Double bounce cross body. And that is why he is a former NGW champion. Hooks the leg. 1, Yeah, I knew Jaquan Shea and Dante Tatum were going to be instantly like just an amazing tag team because they're so alike. And I think that's the reason why they're also such great rivals, why they don't like each other, because they see so much of each other in the other. Jaquan Shea knows that Dante Tatum is the next big thing here in CMV. He's looking to prove it tomorrow night against one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time in CMV, the 5-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, Hayden. Tatum too quick for Teixeira to keep up with, goes after that arm. Grabs the hair. Face to face they stand. Tatum maybe looking for the sunset flip powerbomb. Look at Teixeira go. Tilt-a-whirl arm dragging, that frustration boiling over. Stomping again and again on Tatum's face. Catalyst not going to take that line down. Twist of fate! Twist of fate from the spark plug right into a pin. Could this one be over? Only a 1 count. Teixeira attempting to get away. Tatum says, I don't think so. Going after that arm again like a dog with a bone. Relentless. Once more, Tatum saying, come on, but Teixeira, I got what you're looking for. Overhand punch, crack to the jaw, forearm smash. Oh, and a complete shot. Tatum is just so dangerous because he can come out of nowhere with anything. You really never know what to expect from Dante Tatum. Packing so much, and what a punch that is. Sunset flip powerbomb. Teixeira right back up. He knows he can't afford to lie around. Leave himself exposed. Tatum unloading with a flawless combination, capped off with that Hurricane Rana. We know what Dante Tatum wants to do. He wants to scale those ropes and fly high. Bringing Teixeira in, swinging neck breaker, and look at that positioning. Tatum is cautious though, as he should be. He knows how dangerous corrosion is. Teixeira releasing that vertical suplex while at its peak, sending Tatum crashing down into the mat. And we've seen this before from Teixeira. The lumbar check, double knees into the middle of the back. Very well could crack that spine right in 2 halves. 1, 2. Close, 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 but no cigar for the puppets of Tailcoat Val, who are without their master tonight, but still proving that they are deadlier than ever before. Nucleo back in, Irish whip into the corner, runs into that elbow though, stuns him momentarily. That's all Tatum needs. The head scissors takedown. That carcass dragged from the corner. Standing moonsault. I mean, the athleticism is something that can't even be argued. Dante Tatum may be the best athlete pound for pound in all of CMV. Misses that body slash. Shea tried to give some assistance from the apron, but didn't have much luck. Nucleo goes to the tag now. Forearm smash to the lower back, misses. Coming up on time, but Nucleo is easily gonna win that test of strength. Forearm smash though. Tatum with another Hurricane Run and turned into a sit-out powerbomb. Now that is just genuine strength and quick thinking as well. Nucleo just gonna throw Dante Tatum around like a rag doll, like he's nothing. Stepping over his sternum. 300 plus pounds, crushing Dante Tatum. Another elbow to the throat though. Tatum never giving in, just never stops fighting. Continues to go for that body splash, and each and every single time he just, oh, there you go, Jaquan Shea with the punch to the back of Nucleo's head, stalled him for a few seconds. Will that be enough? Can Dante Tatum use his advantage? Yes, he can. Boot to the jaw. Irish whip out onto the apron. The big man hanging on for dear life. He may have a... Oh, DDT off the apron. Mamma mia, Papa Pia. All the hardest parts of the ring converging on that apron. And Nucleo just got dropped on his dome. Still he fights. Tatum has got him on a short leash at the moment, though. Not letting him get away. Another complete shot where those pads offer little to no support for the concrete floor that lies beneath. Tatum knows he is doing big damage right now. Japanese arm drag. Tatum finding it hard to get to his feet at this point of the match. He is expending too much energy, and that may play right into the hands of Nucleo, who just hammers away punch after punch after punch, turning Dante Tatum's face into hamburger meat. At the mercy of Nucleo, Poe, with a count of 11, these superstars have until 20 to get back into the ring. Punches and bunches to the midsection, an uppercut connects with the jaw, kicking out that leg. Back into the ring we go. Dante Tatum saving the day just before the count of 14. Now it's Tatum who's left to contemplate his next step. He wants to take things nice and slow at this point. He has the upper hand, and to ensure it stays that way, he can't rush foolhardily into the arms of Nucleo like that right there, just freaking with ease, almost chucking him out of the ring. Attempted to kick out the knee. Nucleo into another Japanese arm drag, I should say. What's an Arbanese? I'm not too sure. Is that the nation of Arby's? Perhaps. Irish whip to the corner of Corrosion. Nucleo is having just as much luck with that body splash as Dante Tatum in sunset flip powerbomb, but Dante doesn't have enough left to capitalize. To the top rope he goes. Slowly but surely, Jaquan Shea, the fans, everyone watching at home cheering him on. 6-star frog splash, baby, on the money. 1, 2. But Jaquan Shea dropping the ball big time. Teixeira getting through his defenses to break up the pin with but a second to spare. And now Teixeira takes him out. But Dante Tatum, I think, may have another one in the back pocket. 6-star frog splash numero dos. 1, 2. But Teixeira again breaking the pin. Shea didn't even know the pin was happening that time, but look at Dante Tatum up on the top rope. This sea of fans still behind him. Teixeira, what the hell? Baseball slide, Hurricane Rod, and Tatum with a third 6-star frog slash, and Teixeira is busy with Shea. 1, 2, 3. Dante Tatum gets the win. Incredible. 3 6-star frog splashes in a row to Nucleo to get that dub. As I said before, Dante Tatum has no quit in him. I guess you would call that an 18-star frog splash. These two managing to stay on the same page, and they emerge victorious over Corrosion. That is how you kick off a show. Whew. Needed to get myself a quick breather and drink of water. Only the first match, and I'm already wilding over here, but we have still got so much more to get to, and things continue up next, guys, with a fatal 4-way elimination match. Number 1 contendership for the NGW women's title is at stake, and that's how the night will end here at Homebound. The women's title to be decided as the year-long rivalry between Sunny Octave And Piper Fox finally culminates. I cannot wait for that. Woof! But first, we find out who will be waiting for the winner of our main event next month as Akira, Janet Tor, Danielle Davis, and Riley Van Wilson go at it. Last woman standing will have most certainly earned their shot at the Women's Championship. All four of these women had to qualify even for this number one contenders match, proving without a shadow of a doubt that they are the upper echelon of the women's division, and that one of them is going to be the rightful and deserving number one contender. The most recently of which was Akira, who only earlier this week on the Go Home edition of NGW TV beat Tailcoat Val in that loser leaves NGW match, albeit a big nod to Ashley Rain with the assist. Who knows how the outcome may have differed if Ashley Rain, did not run down and lay out Tailcoat Val with the sunny side down, allowing Akira to make the pin, get the 3 count. Meanwhile, Janet Tor on that very same night defeated Amy Winters, who was originally supposed to be a part of this match, but Janet Tor beat her to earn that spot for herself. And I think we can say now, without a shadow of a doubt, that the standard is no more. Janet Tor has broken out on her own. She's certainly the dark horse of these four, no doubt about it. Has the least experience, and she's amongst some of the best that have come through the doors here in NGW. Certainly not the least of which is the baddest bitch at NGW named Akira. The Inevitable has spent all season making it to the top of the mountain, only to slip up and fall all the way back down to the bottom. It happened in England when she failed to capture the title from Sunny Octave. It happened in her qualifier, her original qualifier for this number one contenders match here tonight. She lost to Danielle Davis. And Akira began to question herself, do I have what it takes to win the big one? And even Ken Donahue began to question that. That's why he gave Akira one last chance, but only if she was willing to put her career on the line against Tailcoat Val. And she did. She nutted up. But will yet another opportunity slip through her fingers? Or will this be the moment that Akira shines? It is elimination. Typical Fatal 4-Way rules apply. Otherwise, no countouts, no disqualification, but pinfall or submission in the ring will cause an elimination. Last woman standing will be christened number one contender. And before Janet Tor beat Amy Winters to take her spot here in this match, I would have given the power advantage to Akira, but with the cleaner showing up tonight, I'm not so sure about that. As mean as they come. Janet Tor has a lot to prove here at Homebound. She realized that she was on a sinking ship with the standard, and she jumped off and took the captain with her. Left Amy Winters to drown, as now she rises to the top. And then there is the odds-on fan favorite to win this match. Another woman who has spent the entirety of her time here in NGW trying to prove she has what it takes to be the absolute best in the NGW women's division. Danielle Davis, seeking to glow brighter than she ever has before at Homebound. She let Piper Fox get the better of her in Toronto. In a different universe, it very well may be her main eventing tonight against Sunny Octave for the Women's Championship, but just wasn't her time to do that. But against Akira a few weeks ago, she knew she had no other choice but to win that match. And man, what an instant classic it was. She showed up and showed out. Danielle Davis against all the odds. Nobody thought she could do it, beat Akira. I don't think anybody is doubting her here tonight. The support of the NGW Universe 100% behind Danielle Davis, but there is one more, and a woman who many believe should have been a women's champion months and months and months ago, and very well may have been. She had Ashley Rain one-on-one for the title, but was her former best friend Amy Winters who stabbed her in the back and cost her that chance. These last few months, Riley Van Wilson has busted her behind to make it back to this moment right here tonight at Homebound, where she attempts to get that shot and become champion. There may not be anyone more deserving, but things aren't handed out here in CMV. Riley Van Wilson has to earn it, and she has no problem doing so. So here we go, Fatal 4-Way, Elimination Rules, Akira, Janet Tor, Danielle Davis, and Riley Van Wilson, #1 contendership for the Women's Championship. Toe rings that bell, let's get it on. Akira and Danielle Davis unsurprisingly going after each other, resuming their war from a few weeks ago. As Riley Van Wilson and Janet Tor, no strangers. Janet Tor, former member of the Standard, which was brought together under false pretenses. Amy Winters really just wanted to get some bodies around her to help take out RVW. I think that's another reason why Janet Tor kind of snapped back to reality and said, hey, I'm done being your lackey. Time for me to, be the star I know I can be. No doubt about it, there's still some feelings left between RVW and Tor, though, that were just aired as soon as the bell rang. Now we get a switch up in the two powerhouses, kind of like looking into the mirror. Akira and Janet Tor very similar. The only thing that differentiates them is Akira's stellar submission game. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Akira clutch can be locked in out of anywhere. All three of her opponents here tonight, they're smart, did their homework, prepared the best that someone could prepare. Heavy Irish whip out of the ring goes Akira as Danielle Davis, the smallest of these four, but putting up a hell of a fight already. She ain't backing down. She's squaring up and saying, bring it on. Let's have at it. Leaping lariat, chops down the cleaner. Danielle Davis says enough's enough. Maybe looking to send Tor packing already. Akira with that bicycle big boot. Riley Van Wilson back to her feet, able to get a kick up under the thigh. Shot to the chest, sends her backing up just a tad. Forearm smash back in the ring. Janet Tor has Danielle Davis turned around. Irish whip into the corner. Big gal. And then Enzu lariat. Davis looking up at the lights, but not for too long. Tor immediately picking her back up. And what is Riley Van Wilson doing here? Akira dropped face first on the apron. Akira might have the most to prove out of these four, especially with that tweet from earlier today coming out of the office of General Manager Ken Donahue. Said, Akira, you really shouldn't be talking all that ish, because the only reason you're in the #1 contenders match is because of Ashley Rain. You have to prove you deserve to be in the position that you are in and to earn that women's championship match. That puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Akira. If anybody can deal with that kind of pressure, though, I think it's the baddest bitch in NGW, who at the moment is just being woman handled by the Polish Nightmare in the ring. Danielle Davis dispatching of Janet Tor. A handstand showing off her agility, and even more so with that head scissors takedown. It's not falls count anywhere, let's keep in mind. These four can fight out here as long as they want to, but if they want to attempt an elimination of any sort, it's got to be inside of the squared circle. Akira is dropped face first on the apron again, this time at the hands of Danielle Davis. Janet Tor nearly tripping on her way back into the ring. Covers with that knee to the side of the head. Akira is not having a good time so far. Something's got to change. Maybe like that elbow right there. Go behind German suplex. And if it's Akira, it ain't going to be just one. There's two. And finally, three to complete the trifecta. Akira. Janet Tor got right back up to her feet, though. Akira turned around like, oh, damn, okay. But there ain't no party. Look at party closing up. Party don't stop. Set to the other side of the ring. And again, trying to take off her head. Once more. Here goes Akira off the ropes. Drop kick by the inevitable Danielle Davis ringside, getting a taste of her own medicine. Akira terminating Spike usually is a prelude to the Akira clutch. Janet Tour knows that. Jawbreaker attempting to keep herself alive, runs right into that stun gun. Riley Van Wilson with the crunchy, but Janet Tour broke it up. Danielle Davis may have landed even worse than if she was hit with the crunchy, though. She is folded like an accordion right now. Is she okay? Guys, somebody should check on Danielle Davis. She is motionless. There we go. Okay, I got scared for a minute. The way she was tied up in a knot. Riley Van Wilson attempting to pick up where she left off, before so rudely getting interrupted by Tour. Akira just gonna watch. Attempts to interfere. What is Danielle down? Oh my God! Danielle Davis with a top rope super kick. But before she could even realize what was going on, Akira flipping her with a German suplex. Janet Tour from behind. Gonna show Akira how a German suplex is done. Akira says, I don't think so. Landing out of the flip. More than a one-trick pony, says Akira. Widely renowned for her submission game, but that ain't all she's bringing to the dance. Look at everybody laid out before her except for RVW. And I'll wait my turn. Danielle Davis getting between them, though. Off the ropes she goes. Ooh, neck breaker. Almost putting Wilson into the mat. Davis grabbing at her head. Hope she isn't suffering from some sort of concussion, although I wouldn't be entirely surprised after that landing a few minutes ago. She's just looking at Wilson, watching as she crawls away. Is Danielle Davis okay? Riley Van Wilson turning back towards her. What is going on? Wilson taking her down to one knee. Danielle Davis, though. Three well-placed shots to the midsection. Irish whip to the corner. Tries to turn her around, but an elbow is waiting. Riley Van Wilson goes low, and this time she's going to get the crunchy by the Polish Nightmare. Doesn't go for the pin. Maybe some respect. Knows that it's going to take more than that to keep someone like Danielle Davis down for the 3 count. So instead, opting to stomp on her elbow. Riley Van Wilson gonna introduce Danielle Davis to the equal right. Countered. Danielle Davis saw it coming. Now she goes low, but Riley Van Wilson sidesteps, wrench of the arm. Back to work on that elbow. At ringside, Akira flaunting her stuff. Janet Tour says think twice. Jawbreaker, a punch right up under the ribs. Riley Van Wilson bringing Danielle Davis to the center of the ring with that running bulldog boot to the top of the head, though, by Double D. Irish whip into the corner. Cautiously approaching. Oh, Danielle Davis walking the plank. We've seen this before. The forearm smash. Riley Van Wilson rolling out of the way. Then quick thinking and a forearm smash that you could write home to your mama about. Saw some bingo flying there. Akira having her way with Janet Tour. These two seem content to just continue battering each other at ringside. Riley Van Wilson showcasing her mat wrestling abilities. Danielle Davis getting tied up in the bow and arrow with such force that it's shaking. Wait! Oh my god, I thought Danielle Davis tapped for a minute. Oh, but walked right into the equal right. Did not see it coming that time. No time to prepare. 1, 2. But Danielle Davis, we're at Homebound, ladies and gentlemen. #1 contendership for the women's title is on the line. It ain't going to be that easy. But back to the bow and arrow. Danielle Davis may have no choice but to tap this time. Escapes again. And the resolve of Danielle Davis just never ceases to amaze me. She is not having a chance to catch her breath. Right out of the jaws of Riley Van Wilson into the clutches of Akira. Now the two work together. Double Russian leg sweep before eyeing each other up. Akira with the takedown, full mount. Those open palm strike. None of them getting through though. Great defensive capabilities by Riley Van Wilson. Oh no, Danielle Davis. She's felt this before, and she does not want to feel it again. Countering the Akira clutch. STF! Will the queen of submissions be bested at her own game? Riley Van Wilson was distracted watching. Janet tore on her 6, laying her out with a modified Russian leg sweep. And just like that, Akira, now the one slapping on the pressure, ankle lock. Danielle Davis is on the receiving end of every single submission known to man in this match. Crunchy to Janet Tor. Riley Van Wilson hastily pulling her up to a vertical base kick to the midsection, leans her up against the ropes. Danielle Davis in the corner. The shoulder thrust. Sets up that running forearm smash, makes it past Janet Tor. This time it connects, having better luck than she did before with RBW. To the top rope, the Globo maybe on the horizon. Overshot that elbow drop attempt. Janet Tor catching her breath. I don't think that was the smartest move though. Net breaker. And now it's Janet Tor who's in the drop zone. Danielle Davis with the biggest Globo of her career. Thanks for coming, Janet Tor. 1, 2, 3. Janet Tor is the first one eliminated. But Danielle Davis, no time to celebrate. Riley Van Wilson with a German suplex. Akira clips her. And now Riley Van Wilson with a Tiger Bomb. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. Is Akira going to join Tor? 1, 2, 3. She is! Akira has now been eliminated, and it is down to Danielle Davis and Riley Van Wilson, who is going to be named the next #1 contender for the NGW Women's Championship. Jumping Bulldog, 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. Janet Tor eliminated off the Globo by Danielle Davis. Riley Van Wilson only a minute later taking out Akira with that Tiger Bomb. Danielle Davis grabbing the hair, smashing the back of RBW's head off the canvas. This is the moment where you can't afford to play nice. Danielle Davis knows that. Irish whip into the corner. Will she have a better shot this time? What's she doing? Irish whip countered out of the corner, jumps right over Riley Van Wilson, who tries to take her out with that clothesline, but a running elbow to the chest from the roast man. Danielle Davis like a freaking rocket right now. The tornado enziguri. Riley Van Wilson did her homework. She saw it coming. Takes that arm, snapping it like a twig. Danielle Davis in agony. Her arms have been torn to shreds in this match. Danielle Davis to her feet, sensing that Riley Van Wilson is looking for the equal right. And Danielle Davis says, here, you want to play around with my arms? I got you. have a taste of your own medicine then. Oh, Danielle Davis from the High Red District. Globo, but Riley Van Wilson moving out of the way just in the nick of time. Oh my God. The skin of her teeth. Wilson now. A second crunchy to Danielle Davis. 1, 2. How? The heart of Davis. For some reason, I know at this point it shouldn't, but every single time I am just left speechless. Danielle Davis may have written her own death warrant right there, though, disrespecting Riley Van Wilson. German suplex, knee to the side of the head, and now the Polish Nightmare is pissed. And there's going to be some oomph behind that equal right. Danielle Davis says, yeah, I don't think so. That is the third time she's countered the straight right hook of Riley Van Wilson. RVW may have to come up with something else. If she has the time to do so, by the way. Maybe too little too late. Double boots to the chest, launching Danielle Davis back, giving RVW that second to catch her breath. Grabbing at her head, though. Tying up the legs, modified STF, the regal stretch. Danielle Davis has been caught in so many submissions in this match. She's got to be worn down so thinly. Running Bulldog. Danielle Davis, she's going to the corner. Never one to quit. Gonna give that Tornado Enziguri another try. And this, no, again, Wilson. And that kick nearly sent Danielle Davis' head up in the cheap seats. Drop kick to the back of the head, though. Davis, twist of fate, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh. Same can be said about Danielle Davis, as I mentioned before, about RVW. She may have to. Powerbomb off the Hurricane Rana. Any normal person wouldn't have just been beaten after that, but freaking may have had every bone in their body shattered into a million little pieces. Pulling RVW into a drop toe hold. Danielle Davis can't even stand, running on fumes. Both of these women are. Jumping Bulldog. Janet Tor and Akira have already been eliminated and sent to the back. Head scissors. Quickly escapes. Does Riley Van Wilson. Irish whip. To the corner, grabbed by the hair. Switches the positions. And again. Jockeying for control. We've seen this before from Danielle Davis. So innovative. Jumping off that bottom rope. Switching position while in the air to clip her with the elbow. A mini globo, I like to call it. Nearly got the 3 count as well. Picks her up. And that forward headlock driver. May have knocked a couple of teeth loose. Speaking of, jawbreaker. Trip. Danielle Davis pushes her back. The pressure is on. The lights are shining down bright. Riley Van Wilson getting desperate as she attempts to pin. Oh my God, I thought that was it right there. I actually jumped forward on my couch for a second. Wilson going back to her strategy of targeting the arms of Danielle Davis. I can only imagine setting up some sort of maybe arm bar or something. These forearm smashes are going to start taking a toll. Oh my God, what is Riley Van Wilson thinking here? No, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? Superplex, oh my God. Both women are down, but Wilson says, you ain't nothing but some dirt off my shoulders. Look at that swag. The swag of a future women's champion, but maybe not tonight. European uppercut. Danielle Davis, snapmare. From the seated position, tries to go for a headbutt. Elbow is waiting, stuns her. Knocks her off her game. Riley Van Wilson, that's all she needs. Crunchy number 3. Hooks the leg to bring it home. 1, 2, 3. What? Wilson with the Tiger Bomb, the same move she used to eliminate Akira. No wasted motion. Uno, dos. Where's the trace? Mark? Where's the trace? Danielle Davis has no time to rest. Swinging knee, the running bulldog. That sets up Riley Van Wilson perfectly. Danielle Davis with the global. Riley Van Wilson, though, on another level tonight. Don't tell me she's going to do it again. Not again. They barely survived it the first time. Wait a minute. Butterfly suplex. Danielle Davis. Dead to rights. 1, 2, 3. Riley Van Wilson. It took a top rope butterfly suplex to finally hammer that last nail into the coffin. My God, what a match. Riley Van Wilson, the true and deserving #1 contender after a war like that. And Danielle Davis should not be ashamed, because I don't think I have ever seen a more valiant performance than that. And Wilson can hardly believe it. She's beside herself, but believe it, she should. Amazing. Riley Van Wilson, #1 contender. But who will she be facing for that NGW Women's Championship? Still to be found out later on tonight. And our main event, when Piper Fox challenges Sunny Octave. I need to get another couple of seconds to catch my breath after that one. I knew Homebound was going to be something special, and it has already lived up to my expectations. We still have a ton to get into, including what is coming up next. A loser leaves NGW Iron Man match. And to be completely honest, this is a match that had to happen, because Joseph Santos and Tenra cannot coexist. They can't even be in the same building as one another without wanting to rip each other's heads off. And it was Joseph Santos who laid down the challenge after what Tenra did a couple of weeks ago, costing him a chance to challenge for the NGW Championship here tonight at Homebound. Santos said, enough is enough. You and me, Tenra, Homebound. Loser leaves NGW so I can get rid of you and move on with my life. And Tenra said, I will gladly accept that challenge, but only if it's an Iron Man match, so I can not only beat you, I can embarrass you. And Santos said, you are on. And so here we go. Only one man will remain in NGW after tonight, and that's how it has to be. But will it be Santos or will it be Tenra? Everything's been building this moment for nearly half the season. The former tag team champions, known as the Misfits, beloved by the fans, but Santos, in his own words, got tired of carrying around the dead weight of Tenra. Viciously assaulted the mustache man and thought that he had ended his NGW career, that he'd never have to worry about him again. But only a month later, Tenra would return and say, "You may have taken me out, but you didn't kill me." And ever since then, it has just been these two at each other's throats. In England, Joseph Santos bested Tenra. The next night inside of a steel cage, Tenra bested Santos. That earned Tenra a shot at the NGW Championship. But on that night, Santos would attack Tenra during the match, costing him the NGW Championship. Only a few weeks after that, it was 2 out of 3 falls. Tenra defeating Santos 2-0. They were then involved in the triple threat NGW Championship match at Toronto, which Tenra won to become champion, something I don't think anybody ever expected, not least of all Tenra himself. But the very next night, Tenra would be cashed in on by Ace Reeves to become the new NGW champion, and that is something that Santos just rubbed in for weeks on social media, saying, "You never deserved to be champion in the first place. That title should have been mine. What an embarrassment, and thank God. Now you no longer have that title." And I guess Tenra took that to heart, because when Santos had his chance to earn a shot at the title, Tenra said, "I don't think so. Everything you said about me, I believe about you." And that is what has brought us to tonight. An Iron Man match where the loser must leave NGW, and we can all move on with our lives. The animosity that these two share between them is palpable. The bad blood overflowing. But it all comes to an end here tonight at Homebound. Joseph Santos laying him out with a DDT to immediately get things started. And in this Iron Man match, there will be no countouts, no disqualifications. Half kick by Tenra, taking Santos off his feet. Stomp to the arm and a kick to the back. Stomp to the lower back. Takes a step back. Does Tenra. These two know each other with the back of their own hands. It's going to take something that the other could never expect. That's the only way I can see either man walking out victorious. Santos with these relentless stomps to the chest. No remorse left to be had. No feelings of brotherhood, and certainly no love. Santos said he knows that on his own, he'll become NGW champion. He'll be the biggest star that not only NGW, but CMV has ever seen. And Tenra for months and months and months was dragging him down. That he had to pick up all that dead weight just to win them the NGW Tag Team titles. Double leg takedown by Tenra. Santos going to quickly roll out onto the apron. It is falls count anywhere as well, meaning pinfall or submission can go down anywhere. Not a single place to run to where they will be safe. Knee to the back of the head. Santos, of course, as he usually does. Cocky, egotistical, impossible to be around. I know that there is a locker room full of superstars in that backstage area right now watching this, and they are hoping and praying Tenra is victorious. And imagine, you haven't talked a whole lot about it, imagine being Rami Young, stuck between your best friend and your current boyfriend, and it's being forced. Oh no, the sledgehammer to Joseph Santos with that jab may have just saved his ribs from being disintegrated. But as I was saying, Rami Young, she had no choice but to side with Santos, the man that she loves, despite all of his faults. She never wanted to turn her back on Tenra, but felt as though she had to, and Santos, definitely pressured her to do so as well. I'm sure she didn't want this. Nobody wanted this except Santos. He's the one that brought it all on himself. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tenra, I thought he was going for the patella drop. That thing can really come out of nowhere. You never know. Brainbuster, not much better. Tries to send out a super kick as Santos is coming off the ropes, pulled into a front headlock. Ooh! Arm just getting dropped across the shoulder. Santos, not a guy you want to start exchanging hands with. As disgusting a human being he may be, I won't deny that Santos, when in that ring, doing what he does best, is among, the upper echelon here in NGW. Tenra's been busted open. Santos going to waste no time going after that cut. Look at these elbows, one after the other, again and again. Like a great white shark in the deep blue. Santos smells the blood, and now he's just going in. Hence is attempting to choke the life out of Tenra. The mustache man escapes, former NGW champion with a calf kick. And Sledgehammer lying there very ominously in the middle of the ring. I'm scared one of these guys going to end up landing on it head first. Slingshot sends Tenra back into the center of the ring. You can see the blood dripping down into the eyes of Tenra. His cut is underneath that bandana. We can't see it very well how bad it may be. I'm sure that bandana is also soaking up most of the blood, but even still, some is getting through. You can taste that iron. And now getting off some elbows of his own. Tip for tat. There you go. Sento's been busted open, and Tenra says, how do you like it, punk? Elbows right to that gash, widening it, the blood just seeping out like a leaky faucet. Goes after that leg in a way that the human body shouldn't bend. Will Santos tap and give up the first point to Tenra? Able to roll out of it. Closes the distance. High kick to the side of the head. Sends it back to the midsection. Back elbow denied. Kick to the gut. That kick to the temple, just turning Santos around. Irish whip now onto the apron. Punch right to the midsection. Slides him back into the ring from the ropes, and now sledgehammer in hand off the Hangman's DDT right down onto the sternum. And Tenra still isn't done. Stomping onto the bicep, goes for the pin. One. Only a 1 count though. Backs into the corner, making his target known. The handspring headshot. 1, 2, 3. Not a 3. 2.999999999 is about as close as you can come to a 3, but no cigar. Tenra adamant. Joseph Santos is as well. Unwilling to give up that first point. Reversing the patella drop. And now he's on the offensive. Tries to go low. Got a knee right to the bridge of his nose. 1, 2, 3. And Santos just knocked himself out, essentially, granting Tenra the first point and the lead. It is 1-0. And oh my good God, above, Santos is bleeding like a stuck pig right now. It is covering his entire face, and that beating his chest like a gorilla, but now Tenra has a steel bat. Santos says no thank you. High kick knocks it out of the rat's hands. Another headshot. Tenra is feeling it right now. The energy, the hatred coursing through his veins. Now he's just got to go on the defensive, but Tenra said it himself. I don't just want to beat you at Homebound and send you packing from NGW. I want to embarrass you in front of the entire world. I want to beat you again and again and again. Patella drop. hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and now Tenra has a 2-point lead over Santos. Spinning soul kick. Santos is doing his absolute best to make a comeback here, but it's almost impossible. Crawling to the ropes. I don't even know if he can see at this point with the amount of blood that's in his eyes. Clothesline out of the ring. Still looking for more toys to play with. A table now in hand. Santos says enough is enough, though. If I go through that, my chances become nilch. Slides the table into the ring. Santos saying, come on, give me all you got. And right onto the table with that back suplex. Cringe-inducing. Elbow to the side of the head. Santos, though, a man on a mission. Vengeance is his game. Cravat neckbreaker. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Has the clock... Can you guys see the clock? Because I can't... Oh! Code breaker. And now into the table. Something's got to give. Drop kick through the wood. Split in two. Blood everywhere. At what point does somebody step in and say enough is enough? 1, 2, 3. Another point to Tenra. But Santos just won't stay down. His pride being his downfall tonight. And the back suplex. Guys, Santos, I'm not sure if he even knows where he is right now. Look at that, telling Tenra, I'm not going to stop coming. I'm getting worried, though. Where's Ken Don? We got to do something about this, guys. For Santos' own good, I'm afraid Tenra's going to kill this man. And even though I don't like Santos personally, I don't want to see him murdered live here at a Homebound, because that's what we're witnessing right now. Just a massacre. Jesus Christ, guys. I mean, something's got to give. I'm being told right now, we're getting word from General Manager Ken Donahue that he is rushing to the gorilla position right now. He's saying, shut this down, shut this down. Referee Poe has been alerted, and this match is being called early, guys. We can't let this continue. Santos is half dead right now. Tenra being held back by a swarm of security. He's like a mad dog right now, frothing at the mouth. But this is for Santos' own good again. I don't like the guy personally, but I don't want to see this. And even for Tenra, he doesn't know what he's doing right now. He's gone mad with vengeance. Pulled off to the back as Santos is now being hauled onto a stretcher and brought to a local medical facility. He needs to be seriously checked on right now, guys. This is a grisly sight. I hate to see what has become of these two, and it's a shame that we're needing to call this match early, but I mean, Tenra with a 4-point lead, I don't even think that matters. Ken Donahue with the right choice to call this one, guys. We could not let that continue. That was hard to watch. honestly, I'm sorry some of you had to watch that. I know that some viewers can be a bit squeamish to things like that, and again, it's a shame that a match like that has to be called short. But at the end of the day, what matters most is the well-being of the superstars. And from what I'm hearing, Joseph Santos has been hauled into an ambulance and has now left the building. And I sincerely hope he's going to be okay. And Tenra as well, mentally. I mean, I think he may need to get checked on it. What we just saw, that was the most ruthless I have ever seen a person in that ring. And I've seen some things in my days of calling CMV action, but that was just, I can't even find the right word to describe what Tenra just did to Joseph Santos. It was grisly, really. But as a wise man once said, the show must go on, and we still have plenty to get into here at Homebound. And that continues up next with the NGW Tag Team titles on the line. Here come the challengers. Prestige have been waiting for this shot. Hang on, the champions! Black Magic from behind with the titles have just laid out the Prestige before this match has even officially started. Now what the hell? Prestige did not see that coming. Referee Poe, though, doesn't want to have two matches thrown out in a row. He's going to show some leniency, as if we didn't already have enough going on tonight. TJ Black and Jared Leon with some disgusting scenes there. But this match now has officially begun. Shane Ridley and TJ Black, the legal men, as Poe attempts to maintain some sort of order here at Homebound. Black Magic very obviously fearful that their historic reign is going to come to an end tonight. If they're willing to do something like that, that's something they've never done before. They've never felt the need to, get some sort of upper hand heading into a title defense. But it's a bit understandable. The Prestige are their toughest challengers to date, winning that NGW Tag Team Championship tournament that spanned a couple of months, beating nearly every single other team on the NGW roster to make it here. And they've been wanting this shot ever since earlier this season in South Carolina. Both these teams were a part of the Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team title match. It was Black Magic that defeated the other team in that match, Wrecking Crew. Prestige weren't involved in the decision, and ever since that night, they've been saying they deserve a clean shot. But things aren't handed out here in CMV, as I've said many times before, and as I'll continue to say. Prestige had to earn their opportunity, and they did. Now they've got to contend with that cheap shot before the match. Grant Morgan and Jared Leon, now the legal men, as Morgan gets a reverse chinlock. This is our first of 4 championship matches, all about that blang blang for the rest of the night. The Rising Star Championship to hang in the balance up next when Blake Virtue defends against 7 other superstars in an 8-pack challenge. And then, of course, the NGW Championship at stake. Ace Reeves defending against the Sin City Savior, Cam Harris. To see Shane Ridley trying to get in the ring and help out his partner, Referee Poe, doing a good job of making sure he stays on the apron. Well, and then takes a bump, so I guess it doesn't really matter. There's a tag. Not a legal tag, though. The referee didn't call it, so I'm not so sure about that one. Here comes Shane Ridley off the top rope with a double boot stomp following the pendulum backbreaker by Morgan. All the chaotic things we've witnessed tonight going to be capped off with that history-making main event. Viper Fox challenging Sonny Octave for the NGW Women's Championship. Shane Ridley, a former Trios champion, with this half camel clutch. Leon able to escape, but damage may have been done. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Sent tumbling to the outside. Poe begins his count. Shane Ridley looking to let off some boxing jabs. Going after the midsection of Leon. Fireman's carry, overhead. Pump handle. This will not end well, and Ridley knows it. Hip toss to survive. I am getting word now, guys, that Joseph Santos has been taken to the nearest hospital. He is being checked on. No update on exactly his condition as of yet, but I'm just happy he's in good care. Meanwhile, Tenra has been escorted out of the building. Hopefully he can get home and just clear his head. Realize what he's done. Shane Ridley realizing what he's doing right now could become the next NGW Tag Team Champion. But TJ Black clutching up. Ridley packing away. Grant Morgan coming in to get him some. TJ Black ready for it. Clothesline. Takes him off his feet. Black Magic terrorizing the NGW Tag Team division for nearly the entire season. Longest reigning tag team champions of all time, but that may all come to an end right here, right now. Grant Morgan, he has utilized this match to win, or utilized this maneuver, I should say, to win matches for the Prestige before. That rear naked choke. TJ Black's got nowhere to go. Looking up at Jared Leon, who cheers him on, though, and that's enough to get him through. Escapes Irish whip into the corner. Tag to Leon. And the potion. The move that has kept Black Magic unbeatable. 1, 2. Coming. That resiliency tonight, though, when it matters most. Kicked into the ropes. Irish whip. Enziguri gets sidestepped. Jawbreaker. Sends Leon a couple of steps back. Morgan gonna launch him into the corner. It could have been the Prestige's turn. Not just yet, says Jared with a clothesline out of the ring. In a hot pursuit. Watch out for Ridley. Leon just walked right into a bad part of town. Knife edge chop. Back into the ring. Black Magic do have a champion's advantage. They can retain via count out or disqualification, but they never have. They enjoy showing their dominance over all other teams in that ring. Like that right there. Uranagi with such force behind it. You may be surprised that Grant Morgan didn't get thrown right through the gosh darn canvas. Morgan is desperately trying to get that tag to Shane Ridley, knowing full well he's slipping into the deep end, struggling to keep his head above the water. That elbow connecting with Leon and TJ Black on the apron. Seatbelt suplex. Quick to pull him up to his feet. Chopped down with a clothesline. Misses the stop. Grant Morgan walks into an Irish whip. Leon tagged Black. The unholy one with a straight kick to the midsection. Thrown from the corner. Moonsault. I've talked about before how athletically gifted TJ Black really is. I think most people sleep on this kid. They really shouldn't. TJ Black is a phenomenal asset. Jared Leon knows that. That's why he recruited the kid. But TJ Black right now doesn't know anything because he's unconscious. Blackjack cutter. Jared Leon trying to give his partner some time to kick out of this one. But will it be enough? Yes, it will. Grant Morgan tossing Jared Leon out of the ring. What's Shane really doing, though? You gotta focus on the task at hand, man. Don't let your feelings get the better of you. I know you're pissed after that pre-match attack, but the titles are on the line. You've been waiting months and months and months for this. TJ Black. Something just woke up the dragon deep down inside, letting out a mighty roar. Forearm smash, inverted atomic drop, scoop slam. Eyes glazed over. Ridley Might be in La La Land, but TJ Black still ain't done. Bicycle super kick, Ridley busted open. I think I've seen enough blood to last a lifetime. Thank you very much. Short arm shoulder block. TJ Black. Seeing that hand of Jared Leon, but no way to make the tag. Deciding to try and finish this one off on his own. The unholy driver maybe, but Ridley saying, I'm good to go, boy. Shaking off them cobwebs. TJ Black stands himself up on the apron. Ridley falling for the trap. Tried to charge him. Got it in Zaguri. But kick to the gut as Black's coming back into the ring. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, Jared Leon talking some smack about Shane Ridley's mama. He's trying to get into the ring. Ridley is allowing this to distract him. He should know better. He's an NGW veteran, a former Trios champion. But now TJ Black from behind. Oh, man, with that dragon suplex, Ridley landing right on his neck. And now dragged across the ring. That's the teamwork that has kept Black Magic on top for almost the entirety of this season. Now Jared Leon coming back in. Watch that 5 count, although if he did get disqualified, would remain NGW Tag Team Champion. All of his weight across the sternum of Shane Ridley with that senton, and Jared Leon with the Sister's Joy. Paying homage to his brother-in-law, Bloody Justice, who has his own big match tomorrow night at Ascended 7. Oh no, some partner miscommunication. TJ Black just inadvertently took out Jared Leon with that bicycle super kick. And Ridley starts to stir. One minor mistake could cost Black Magic everything. 1, 2. Oh my God, he nearly did. Grant Morgan turning TJ Black's face to mush. After that, Lou Thez with some right hands. Grant Morgan's got to get out of the ring. Referee Poe is already in a count of 3. Only has until 5 before he's disqualified. Guys in Prestige cannot win the title through disqualification. Fall away slam by Ridley. Countered in the last second into a DDT by Leon. Every time Prestige had the match won, Black Magic has come out of nowhere. Hot tag. Almost made, but Leon, very good job of stopping Ridley. Millisecond to spare. Now he goes to the corner. Sinister intentions as Leon with the spider crawl, contorting his body, playing those mind games before laying Ridley out with another. No! Counter Sister's Joy! The Sister's Joy gets reversed! But Ridley unable to capitalize on that counter. Leon launching him from the vertical suplex and just not taking his finger off the trigger. Leon adamant. There's Sister's Joy. Right into the cover. 1, 2, but TJ Black on the apron didn't need to intervene at all. Ridley kicking out on his own. It's homebound. Every single superstar is bringing their best. Whatever they have to offer. Is Leon just freaking leaking? These spinning reverse STOs, a third one. Too close to the quarter. Prestige. Grant Morgan easily breaks that pin. He's got that Dante Tatum going on right now to Jared Leon. Those 3 6-star frog splashes at the top of the night against Corrosion. Now Grant Morgan has been discarded at ringside. It's up to Shane Ridley. Spine buster right into an Indian deathlock? No, a figure 4. A figure 4 by Ridley. Jared Leon. Agonizing pain. Reverses the momentum and the pressure gets put on Shane Ridley. Wobbling on one leg, but he's ready for that scoop slam. Slips free, drops down behind. Again with the fall-away slam. This time he gets it, but there's no Grant Morgan run interference. TJ Black gonna break that one up. Whee! prestige the titles, no doubt about it. Gouge of the eye, DDT. Don't forget, really busted open, the blood continuing to drip down his face. Elbows for all. Clothesline in response. TJ Black doesn't look like he's going to be much more help in this match, guys. It may all lie on the shoulders of Jared Leon. Look at his hands on his hips. I don't think he's very happy with TJ Black. Almost cost him the titles earlier when he accidentally hit him with that bicycle super kick. It's becoming apparent how agitated Leon is with his protege. Going to the corner, down to the canvas with that SDO, but Shane Ridley not letting up. Tag finally made to Grant Morgan. Throwing him out. Shane's one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Heart attack. Leon may be having just that. Grant Morgan takes him down. The full. Yep, there it is. Rear naked choke. Rear naked choke. Okay. Leon taps, and we finally have new NGW Tag Team Champions. Instantaneously, Jared Leon is forced to submit, and after spending almost the entire season dominating the tag team division here in NGW, Black Magic once and for all are taken down. Prestige, baby, are the new champs. Even after the pre-match attack, even after a tag team war, Shane Ridley and Grant Morgan are the new boys to beat. They said once we get our shot, we will not fail, and they made good on their promise here tonight at Homebound. And are y'all ready for this? Our tertiary main event here at the biggest show in NGW history that has already lived up to the expectations and then some. We still have the NGW Championship and NGW Women's Championship we decided, but first it is the Rising Star title. That'll be on the line. Blake Virtue, the champion, his back against the wall like it never has been before. He defends against not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 7 of the absolute best that NGW has to offer in this 8-pack challenge. You've never seen an 8-pack challenge before. The rules are pretty simple. All 8 superstars will be active in the ring at the same time, and elimination rules apply, meaning either pinfall or submission in the ring will lead to an elimination. Last superstar standing will leave Homebound as the Rising Star champion. Brett Curtis, Charlie Garfield, Sage Autumn, Justin Gates, Johnny Respawn, DC, and Jay Young. Some names that are synonymous, with NGW. Some that may prove to be dark horses. But all wanting that same goal, to leave as champion. And I do believe wholeheartedly that every single one of them is going to leave it in that ring tonight in order to do just that. Meanwhile, Blake Virtue, you got to respect his attitude as champion. Even before this, ever since winning the championship, the very next night, he opted to put the title on the line against the man he beat to win it, Antonio Baleska. They had a 5-star collision. Only a couple months later, he would issue an open challenge in Toronto. Who would answer? Brett Curtis, another 5-star instant classic. And only a few weeks ago put the title on the line against Sage Autumn, another 5-star classic. Really just bring some what's the word I'm looking for? Truly backs up the meaning of what it is to be a fighting champion. He's personified that ever since he's held the title. Never more apparent than here tonight at Homebound. Ready, willing, and able. And only a few days removed from being dissected by Charlie Garfield and their Extreme Rules match. Still, Blake Virtue shows up. Still, I saw him earlier tonight backstage before the show started training. And that is what has made him a man to beat in NGW. Beating Blake Virtue won't just be about winning the Rising Star Championship. I mean, that's a big part of it, don't get me wrong, but saying you're the one who put a stop to Virtue, also a big old pat on the back. And there's the man who attempted to do it in Toronto, his hometown, in front of his friends and family, and it took Blake Virtue smashing his face in off one of the turnbuckles to finally put him away. But Virtue has got another shot, and he said he refuses to leave Homebound without that Rising Star Championship. Problem is, there's 6 other challengers who want it just as much, if not more than him. And one of those is the sinister lone wolf known as Charlie Garfield, who, as a matter of fact, even more than becoming Rising Star Champion, might want to end Blake Virtue. Not just his reign, but him entirely. He came close to doing it earlier this week. On NGW TV, their Extreme Rules match, Garfield won. And I think Blake Virtue, most of all, but all of us are lucky he didn't decide to finish the job right there and then. But he wanted to wait for Homebound. He said, I'm going to take the title from you, and then I'm going to take your life. Garfield stalking Blake Virtue for months and months and months, before finally emerging a couple of weeks ago after Virtue's defense against Sage Autumn and making good on all of his threats. Charlie Garfield, in only a week, has made himself one of the odds-on favorites to lead this 8-pack challenge as the new champion, and with Blake Virtue's blood on his hands. Very personal for Charlie Garfield, and it's really 50-50 when a superstar is driven by that sort of personal vendetta. It can help them, really boost them, make them even deadlier, or sometimes it can throw them off track. They can't fully focus because they're so invested in their emotions. And then there's a man who's been hounding Blake Virtue for months now. Failed to capture the Rising Star Championship a couple weeks ago in their one-on-one outing. Autumn looking for redemption here at Homebound. And he's just had himself a good time chasing after Blake Virtue, making his life a living hell. The two of them sitting at 1-1 apiece, walking into this 8-pack challenge. I'm betting Virtue would like to be the one to either pin or submit Sage Autumn and eliminate him here. Certainly vice versa. Peculiar is really the only word I can find to describe the one-eyed man known as Sage Autumn. coming into this match with a lot of eyes on him is the young rookie, Justin Gates. Only been in NGW nearly 2 months, but finding himself with the chance to win it big on NGW's largest stage. Justin Gates has a lot to prove to a lot of people. Calls himself the Undisputed Future. He's got to put some meaning behind those words, and he can do that right here, right now. And here comes a superstar that I do believe has the entire support of the NGW universe behind him. The video game come to life. Johnny Respawn. Took me a minute there. Respawn had to quickly grab a drink of water before we came out here. But Johnny Respawn has spent his time in NGW getting each and every single fan up and off their feet. A little bit of an homage to Street Fighter, I do believe here. I was never a big Street Fighter fan, but obviously someone like Johnny Respawn is going to be. Everybody is sitting back and wondering, what is Johnny Respawn going to do here at Homebound to win the Rising Star Championship? I think the answer may be anything. Johnny Respawn holds a victory over the Rising Star champion, Blake Virtue. That's what's earned him his spot in this 8-pack challenge. But it's not just Blake Virtue he has to contend with. Not just Sage Autumn, but 5 other hungry superstars as well in a crowded ring. Respawn said it himself on Twitter earlier today. This is the biggest match of my NGW career, and I will not let my fans down. If I'm allowed to be a bit biased, which I think I earn from time to time, my pick to emerge victorious here in this 8-pack challenge going to be none other than the self-proclaimed main event, the big man, DC, baby. Busted his ass all season long to earn an opportunity like this. Don't let his size fool you. DC is the biggest man of these 8. By far, he's got that strength, he's got that power, but he can go with the likes of Johnny Respawn. Might rival the video game come to life in terms of just sheer athleticism. DC just stays defying all expectations every single time he laces up a pair of boots and steps into that ring. I think that's going to make him a big target early on in this one. DC's used to that, though. And then there's a superstar that's had a hell of a comeback story these last few months. One of the longest tenured NGW superstars. The TV Dream, Jay Young. Came into this season with a lot of losses, and even up until recently, chance after chance passing him by. Everyone else always getting the better of him. But something got woken up inside of Jay Young, and he spent these last couple of months showing everybody why he deserves to be the next Rising Star champion. The technical machine is here at Homebound, in his own words, to put down 7 other numpties and finally taste some championship gold. Will the comeback story culminate here at Homebound? Or will it be yet another unfortunate setback for the TV dream? And last, but most certainly not least, the Rising Star champion, a man who I have an immense amount of respect for. And how can anybody not respect this man? Winning that championship back in England, ever since he has not stopped being a fighting champion. Anybody who's earned it, he's willing to step into the ring and do battle with. And even less than a week removed from getting ripped apart by Charlie Garfield in the Extreme Rules match, there he stands, still willing to walk into the lion's den against 7 other men, and a champion's worst nightmare. All for that. The right to be called Rising Star champion. The odds are as stacked against him as they possibly could be. But even then, who could count out Blake Virtue with a smile on his face? He's looking around the ring at each and every single one of these 7 men. Some that he's been in the ring with, some he's beaten, some have beaten him. And he says, I am ready to bring the noise. The time for talk is over. Action is what it's going to take for one of these 8 men to leave Homebound as Rising Star champion. This is going to be a tough one to keep up with. All 8 superstars immediately going after one another. Blake Virtue trying to send Jay Young to the outside. Again, this is elimination. Pinfall or submission only in the ring can lead to elimination. There are no countouts and no disqualifications. Last man standing will be declared Rising Star champion. Charlie Garfield going at it. Justin Gates in an interesting matchup. Oh! And something's going on with the ropes there. Not too sure. Bit of a teleportation problem. Jay Young just laid out Virtue as DC takes his fight with Sage Autumn to ringside. Brett Curtis and Johnny Respawn right smack dab in the middle of the ring before getting intruded on by Virtue inadvertently. I don't believe he actually meant to hit that. But with so many bodies in the ring, you can't fault anybody for not really knowing what's going on. It's the type of match where you're going to be on the defensive from all angles. DC doing his best to keep a cap on Sage Autumn. That's easier said than done, though. The one-eyed man, crafty son of a gun. Virtue with Jay Young. Jay Young was a part of that triple threat match back at England where Virtue won the championship by pinning the champ, Antonio Valeska. In a different universe, it would have been Jay Young on this path that Virtue currently travels. Charlie Garfield looking for the first elimination with this camel clutch on Brett Curtis, Justin Gates, and Garfield working together currently. And I would think that Brett Curtis and Justin Gates would work together because they have had a bit of a friendship these last couple of weeks. Brett Curtis did throw a bit of shade at Gates and to Sage Autumn on Twitter a few days ago, though, so that may be the reason they behind that. I'm sure Justin Gates didn't take very kindly to it. Seems as though Blake Virtue and Jay Young are content just having their very own match here towards the entrance ramp. EC forearm smash to Johnny Respawn and into the ring from the apron with an exploder suplex. That is astonishing. That innovative offense of the self-proclaimed main event. Any match he's in, it doesn't matter whether it goes on last or not. He shows why it's the main event. Why he's the main event. Laps and temples. Justin Gates has got more to prove than any other man in this match. The chiropractor, before he can try to go for the pin. Sage Autumn is on him like a monkey on a cupcake. Just thrown out of the ring. See ya, bye. Sage Autumn wants DC to himself, apparently. Bit of a beef between these two developing. Dropkick in the corner, gets sidestepped. That overhand punch just flopping. Autumn. Just looking to put him down. Justin Gates says, hey, I got something for you, though. He ain't just going to get rid of me that easy. We have got a mosh pit going on. Outside of the ring, Johnny Respawn doesn't want anything to do with it. Charlie Garfield and Brett Curtis starting to travel up the ramp. Curtis brings it back down towards the ring with a German suplex. Jay Young with a back suplex to the champion. These two have not taken their hands off each other since the bell rang. Keep your eyes on Respawn from the corner. He's looking for something big on DC. The honor roll clothesline gets caught mid-air. That reaction time. The reflexes of a cat. As agile as one, too. This is a one-on-one match that I have dreamed of. Virtue getting his back adjusted. Scoop slammed onto the apron. Everybody wants to be the one to either pin or submit and eliminate Blake Virtue, the champion. Jay Young is very adamant that it be him. The way he's been going after Virtue. Someone just got busted open. Charlie Garfield, DC. Middle of the ring, hook in the leg. Will Garfield be the first one eliminated? He will! Charlie Garfield has been eliminated, the first of 7 to go. Now DC is looking to send Curtis packing with him. 1, 2. Curtis. Not going to be as unfortunate. I'm honestly surprised the Lone Wolf is the first one to go. After his non-title victory over Blake Virtue earlier this week on NGW TV. He was my second pick besides DC, to be totally honest with you. I did not see that coming. DC with a big knockoff there. Might not have long to celebrate. Johnny Respawn gonna attempt to get him out of here with a hook of the leg. Off the ropes, sent flying into the air. Justin Gates playing with his food rather than actually trying to eliminate Respawn, and that's a rookie mistake from the rookie. Respawn very wisely rolls out of the ring. That's how you know Respawn is a star in the making. He's no veteran, but that's a veteran type of move. Can't be pin or submitted out there. He can take his time resting up. Everybody else is busy. They have no idea that he's even over there. Something every superstar should do in a match like this. Jay Young has hands on Sage Autumn. Blake Virtue reviving his fight with Brett Curtis from Toronto as DC uses his 300-plus pound frame to squash Justin Gates on the apron with that body splash. But Respawn from the high rendition raining down on them with an elbow slam. I can't really tell what's going on over there. Poe is in the way. Oh, Virtue with the Shining Wizard. Kill shot, kill shot. 1, 2. Oh. Brett Curtis said he was going to bring the ruckus to Homebound tonight. He was not leaving without the Rising Star Championship, but that choice may not be his. Anaconda Vice down by the champion. Curtis going to escape with a few well-placed knees to the back of the head. Irish whip off the ropes. Poe going to take a bump, but quickly back to his feet. Who just got busted open? It was Justin Gates. DC freaking rammed him head first off the steel steps. Jay Young, bit of karma coming around to bite him. Scoop slam Blake Virtue onto the apron earlier. Now just got drop kicked into it. Charlie Garfield has been eliminated. 7 superstars remain. Sage Autumn coming off the top rope with an attempted elbow drop. All 7 men in the ring now. DC coming up from behind on Jay Young. Oh my God, but Sage Autumn just drop-kicked Young into DC. Now Young's like, hey, I'll roll with it. Sage Autumn's not too happy about it though, running right past him. DDT through the ropes. The TV dream. Getting a "This is awesome" chant. Most definitely that was. Curtis in the ring with a bicycle knee to Virtue, but the champion rolls himself under the bottom rope to the outside. Johnny Respawn taking out Curtis with a reverse DDT down from the top rope. Take out your phones. The video game come to life. Turns his attentions to Sage Autumn instead, though. I think he was going to try to pull off the shooting star press on Curtis. Autumn distracted him. Poe taking another bump. Probably not going to be his last, honestly. Johnny Respawn allowing his feelings towards Sage Autumn to knock him off his game there. Sage Autumn defeated Respawn last month in a #1 contenders match. That allowed Autumn to get that title match against Virtue a few weeks ago. Jay Young on DC, looking to eliminate him. But the big man with a modified STF instead. Jay Young be the next to hit the showers. As Gates hanging on the apron, and Enziguri. Goodbye, Sage Autumn. In jeopardy, but stay in this one. What is Virtue thinking? You have already got the odds stacked against you. I don't know about this. Oh, and he misses. High-risk offense personified. Took the risk, and it did not pay off. And Virtue nearly costing himself had DC not come to the rescue. I'm sure it wasn't because he's a good guy. Just saw the opening. That was a nice reversal by Justin Gates, by the way. DC charged at him, moved out of the way. DC just freaking ran face first into the apron. Clever. Always got to know your surroundings. If you know where you are, then you have a better chance of making it out alive. Sage Autumn telling Curtis stay put. Ooh, shucking and ducking. Getting that knee drop off. Nothing left. Flops into the pin. And Curtis is gone! Brent Curtis has been eliminated! Now there are 6. Sage Autumn bringing the hopes and dreams of Brett Curtis trashing and burning down NGW Homebound as he is the second man to go, but now Sage Autumn may be right there joining him on the walk up the ramp. Modified Tequila Sunrise by Jay Young, the technical machine. Chiropractor by Justin Gates, taking out DC, doesn't go for the pin. Leg Virtue across the ring, single knee to the chest, knocking Respawn into the corner. I think he hit the back of his head off that top turnbuckle as well. Now having a little bit of fun. Always got to remember to keep your spirits up. Blue Thunderbomb. Jay Young. Will he be the next man to take the dive? Still in trouble, not out of the woods yet. Super kick to the knee, trying to set up the last call. Dragon suplex, bridge to pin, 1, 2, and just like that, was Blake Virtue nearly eliminated. Here's Brent Curtis just now making it to his feet and heading up the ramp. Jay Young could guarantee us a new champion. No, blocked by Virtue. And Virtue setting up a sharpshooter. We're not in Toronto anymore, Blake. Respawn just breaking it up. I'm not too sure why he would do that. It's elimination. Gotta question that strategy. Maybe him and Jay Young have some sort of alliance. They have been working together these past few weeks. Part of that 6-man tag team match earlier this week on NGW TV, and even before that, they defeated Corrosion side by side. So maybe they want to be the last 2 standing and then fight amongst each other, you know, friend versus friend for the title. Smart. It is every man for himself, but there's no rule that says you can't work together. Respawn might regret it, though. Justin Gates bleeding bad from that cut on his forehead. Blue Thunder Bomb by Sage Otter, the champion. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. Blake Virtue has been eliminated, and ladies and gentlemen, we are now guaranteed a new Rising Star champion. It'll either be DC, Justin Gates, Johnny Respawn, Sage Otter, or Jay Young. My God, Blake Virtue's eliminated. I did not see this match unfolding how it has. Shooting star press from Johnny Respawn. Is he going to get his revenge on Autumn? 1, 2, 3. He will. Sage Autumn has been eliminated. And then there was 4. DC, Jay Young, Justin Gates, and Johnny Respawn remain. Charlie Garfield, Brett Curtis, Blake Virtue, Sage Autumn have been eliminated. Jay Young, maybe the next on the chopping block. Tornado Slam. 1, 2, 3. Skinning the cat, man. This match is insane. I'll say this right now, I am impressed by Justin Gates, especially with that cut he's got on his forehead and working through the pain, man. He's got it all on his chest now. There goes Blake Virtue. I can't believe it. His reign as champion has come to an end. Now we just need to see who his successor will be. It may not be Johnny Respawn caught in that tornado slam. 1, 2. The video game come to life. Clenches his teeth. Digs way down deep to make it out. DC has a second to breathe. Deciding to pander to this crowd. And now look at his swagger. He's like, yeah, I got this in the bag. Don't get too overconfident, DC, and that's why right there. Kick to the top of the head by Respawn. Full Nelson into the reverse DDT. Jay Young and Justin Gates at ringside. Neither man looking like they're doing very well right now. But Young impressively making it to his feet. Look at Respawn saying, come on, somebody come and fight me. Jay Young turning towards his ally, tries for a jumping cutter. Kitchen sink. Enzu Lariat on DC, passes him by. Jay Young doing his best to get DC's attention, and now he has. What are you going to do with it? Blocks the grapple, punch to the pec. Both men go for kicks. DC is a bit quicker, and the tornado slam again. 1, 2, 3. Jay Young has been eliminated. There are 3 men left. Justin Gates, Johnny Respawn, and DC. One of them will be the next and new Rising Star champion here at Homebound. Gates, with all eyes on him, he says he's the undisputed future. Will that be proven tonight? Without a shadow of a doubt, DC busted open on the receiving end of that DDT off the apron. Respawn still hasn't made it back to his feet, man. Gates has lost so much blood, he can barely stand on his own regard. DC says, I'll help you. Okay, he gets caught. Eats the heel. Respawn to the right-hand side of the ringside area. Slowly but surely trying to decide what his next move is. I think what he's doing right now is very smart. Let those two beat the hell out of each other while you rest up. But now he's had enough. Coming to get him some. DC rammed into the steel steps. Johnny Respawn, I think, has realized DC is the biggest threat. Jay Young's just trying to leave. Someone clear away for him. There you go. Double knees to the spine. I think it would be very, very smart for Johnny Respawn and Justin Gates to team up and try and take out DC as the bigger man. And cleaning house. How many? I think DC has 3 eliminations. 2 or 3. Either way. He has proven to be a force to be reckoned with. In this 8-pack challenge began with 8 men, and now there are just 3. One of them will be the new Rising Star champion. And they are just all 3 throwing hands. Can't go for a pin or submission out here. It's only legal in the ring. Justin Gates knows that. Hoisting Respawn under the bottom rope. Elbow right to the throat. And then a leg drop. And that leaves Respawn right in the clutches of DC with the elevated flatliner. Immediately in the cover. 1, 2, 3. Respawn has been eliminated, and this is it. Justin Gates and DC one-on-one. Who is going to be the new Rising Star champion? Oh my God, Justin Gates. Can he actually do it? Hurricane Rana from the top rope. This would be a star-making moment. Look at him. He looks like a goddamn warrior. But DC has other plans in mind, baby. The big man, the main event. Oh, shucky ducky. The tornado slam. Justin Gates sees it coming. Kick to the midsection. Gates with the chiropractor. Oh my God. Hooks that tree trunk of a leg. 1, 2. Oh. How? DC being brought up to his feet. He's just completely dead weight. Gates moving so slowly. Respawn just now picking himself up and heading to the back, man. What a performance by him and everybody else for that matter. But it still is not over. Who is going to be the next Rising Star champion? Back and forth, tit for tat. You can feel the desperation in the air. Whatever these two have left, they are just throwing at each other. Hangman's neckbreaker from the corner. Justin Gates finding some way to push forward. Inhuman. Let's not forget DC has been busted open as well under his bandana. Oh my God, what is Gates doing? That is 300 plus pounds. I hope that ring is doubly reinforced. Thankfully, we're not going to have to find out. Elevated flatliner, DC into the pin. 1, 2. I don't get how people like this exist, man. But look at DC. Doesn't give Justin Gates any time to recuperate right into that Cobra Clutch crossface. Gates gets out of it with a couple of perfectly placed elbows. Irish whip sending DC into the corner. He's adamantly trying to get DC up onto that top rope, and it may lead to his downfall. Gates, you got to realize that's not working out for you, man. He wants, I think he's looking for that Spanish fly that he hit DC with earlier this week in the 6-man tag team match on NGW TV. He wants to hit it again because he knows it will mean the end of this match. Modified suplex into the corner. DC can't even stand. DDT! The neck of Justin Gates crumpling. 1, 2, 3. What? Something's got to give. I don't care. I don't even care what the outcome is at this point. Justin Gates has won me over. What a rookie performance. Oh, man. But that's got to do it. Uno, dos, tres. DC is the new Rising Star champion. 3 eliminations. Can't say it isn't deserved, man. What a match. Charlie Garfield, Brett Curtis, Blake Virtue, Sage Autumn, Jay Young, Johnny Respawn, and finally Justin Gates, all falling so that DC can emerge as the new champion. Amazing. And like I said, been busting his ass since coming to NGW. You love to see it. Congratulations to DC. So the theme so far tonight here at Homebound has been new champions, new NGW Tag Team Champions, and the Prestige. And we just saw DC crown the new Rising Star Champion. Will that trend continue? As up next in our co-main event, it is all about the NGW World Championship when the Sid City Savior Cam Harris and NGW Longstay challenges the new face around here, Ace Reeves. And this all started between these two about a month ago. In the main event of Toronto, Tenra became the new NGW champion. The very next night, he would face Cam Harris in a non-title match. Cam Harris upsetting Tenra, defeating the Mustache Man. But it's what happened afterwards that had everybody talking. Ace Reeves, seeing his moment to strike, cashed in his Magnificent Six contract that he had won a couple months prior in England. His contractual right to do so, challenging Tenra right there and then for the NGW Championship, and would, come out the other side as champion. But ever since then, Cam Harris has been hounding the Gravity Manipulator, saying the only reason you're champion is because I beat Tenra. I softened him up for you. If I hadn't, you wouldn't be champion right now. You have me to thank for having that title. And Ace Reeves, ever since then, has been trying his best to prove that isn't the case. But time and time again, Cam Harris has gotten the better of him. Beat Reeves in that tag team match, and although Ace Reeves got a little bit of pushback by defeating Cam Harris's business associate Bill Wild a couple of weeks ago, the betting odds are on Cam Harris, the former Rising Star champion, the longest tenured NGW superstar, finally coming to realize his potential at Homebound. And even if you don't like Cam Harris personally, that's completely understandable, by the way. There is some truth behind the words that he's been speaking, because if Cam Harris hadn't have beaten Tenra that night, would Ace Reeves have cashed in? Ace Reeves had the right, I'm not arguing that, to cash in anytime, anywhere. He earned that by becoming Mr. Magnificent Six. But would he have if the outcome was different on that night, if Cam Harris did not soften up Tenra for Ace Reeves to get the job done? Well, whatever you may believe, Ace Reeves is here tonight, he said in his own words, to prove that he deserves to hold that championship. It isn't because of any sort of fluke or technicality. It's because he has what it takes to be the champ that runs the camp, the man atop the mountain, the Iron Man, you could say. And can anybody really dispute that that championship doesn't just look brilliant around the waist of the Gravity Manipulator? Look at where he is. Only just about 5 months he's been in NGW, and he is co-main eventing its biggest show in NGW history as champion. That's Flash. Are you sure that's not Iron Man? I feel like that's Iron Man with the circle in the middle of the chest. That's definitely Iron Man. I feel like he even said it's Iron Man. I don't see anything that indicates Flash. I do see something that indicates Iron Man. Either way, attires aside, that's not what really matters once that bell rings. So whomever is willing to give it 100% all. Blood, sweat, tears, and I think both of these superstars are willing to do so. This is a long time coming for Cam Harris. He's worked hard for years to make it to this moment right here. There's is certainly no misstep in his confidence as he looks across the ring and says right to Reeves' face, "It's time for you to lay down at my feet, boy." Ace Reeves has not backed down. Yes, Cam Harris has gotten the better of him in these last few weeks. Yes, there are a lot of doubters out in that crowd and watching at home and typing away on Twitter. But the only thing Reeves can focus on right now is that championship he holds in his hands. Passes it off to Poe. Will Ace Reeves prove tonight that he has what it takes to be champion? Or will Cam Harris knock him off that pedestal? Here we go. The Sin City Savior. The Gravity Manipulator. Homebound. Referee Poe rang that bell and let's get it on. Overhand punch. Tries to go to the midsection with a jab. Knee to the gut though. And we are getting things started early. They were like, hey, you want to like feel each other out for a minute or anything? No, let's just go right after it. That's the kind of man that Ace Reeves is. Knife edge chop, gets off the high kick first though. Tries to go low, but Cam Harris able to sidestep him. There's that veteran instinct, gets the high kick off there. Shot to the jaw, grabs the arm. Rana. Cam Harris tries to continue with a kick to the chest, but gets the dragon screw instead. And this is 100% what I expected. If anybody was looking forward to this match as some sort of like technical masterclass or a mat wrestling classic, then I think you're going to be sorely disappointed. These two are at their game in terms of athleticism, and I think they're very evenly matched. Ace Reeves' first championship defense at NGW's grandest stage of them all, co-main event of Homebound. Drop down. Gets that bicycle knee off. Cut open the lip. Cam Harris now quickly transitioning into a Rings of Saturn. See, now this is interesting because Cam Harris isn't someone I would peg as a submission artist, but it may be a strategy of Cam Harris to try and throw Ace Reeves off. Ace Reeves preparing for someone like Cam Harris, someone very similar to him. He's watched him. I've seen him in the back studying some of Cam Harris's best matches. So if Cam Harris comes into this match with a completely different style, Reeves isn't going to know what hit him. Champion there for a second. Bit cocky, bending down like, this is all you bring into the dance? Come on, son. Sin City Savior. Launched from the ropes back towards the center of the ring. Goes after the throw. How dare you? Jawbreaker. Hurricane Rana gets thwarted. Up over the shoulders. Going for a ride that ain't going to end in a fun way. Sternum first on the top rope. And now it's Ace Reeves working from the grounded position. Hammerlock taking the free arm of Cam Harris and wrenching back on the wrist before dropping a couple of knees right across the kidneys. Guys, still to come here at Homebound in our main event. History in the making. Nearly a year has led to the final showdown between Piper Fox and Sunny Octave for that NGW Women's Championship. Look at those clean elbows. I have never seen a cleaner elbow than that get through. And the swag walk. Cam Harris. Say what you will about him. Oh my God. A suicide crossbody. Ace Reeves throwing caution to the wind right there. Luckily for him, it paid off. I don't think it really turned out any better for him, though, than it did Cam Harris. High kick caught. Cam Harris had just about enough of those. I was going to say, though, Cam Harris is a lot of things, but you can never say he isn't confident. On some nights, that confidence pays off for him. On some nights, most nights it doesn't. It's only that ego you have to keep in check. Someone like Ace Reeves, he doesn't really have an ego. He's a workhorse. He knows, he himself knows within that he's the best of the best. He's got that championship to prove it. He doesn't need to go around telling everybody else. Cam Harris thrives on that type of attention. Drop kick, first pinfall attempt of this match so far, and gets a pretty close 2 count. Ace Reeves looking out at the sea of fans. Can't believe he would kick out of that. You best get ready. Cam Harris will not go down easy. The former Rising Star champion, like I mentioned before, has waited a long time. This is his first ever World Championship match. This is his first title match, well, period, in quite a few months since he and his business associate, Bill Wild, challenged for the NGW Tag Team titles. Before that, it was over a year. He lost the Rising Star Championship last season. Never been this close, though, to being the man. Chiropractor, double knees to the upper back. 1, 2. A move like that could end a match lickety-split. You blink, and it is over. The corner is not a place you want to be against someone like Ace Reeves. Cam Harris saving himself. Inverted hero slam. Harris. Oh, no, no, no. Cam Harris, the maneuver he used to defeat Tenra when he was NGW champion. The People's Moonsault. I don't know whose people, because nobody really likes Cam Harris. But that's all right, because he likes himself. And Ace Reeves walking right into the jackpot. And will it be for the Sin City Savior? 1, 2, 3. Cam Harris, just like that, is the new NGW champion. Oh my God, he did it. Cam Harris at a Homebound has proven that everything he said this past month is true. But wait a minute, no, wait a minute, Cam Harris, the win is enough. You've already taken everything from Ace Reeves. You don't have to do this. A disgusting display. The cherry on top. No, come on. Ace Reeves, just as he reached his peak, finds out what the bottom of the barrel is like as well. Cam Harris, the new NGW champion. But before he even holds the title in his hands, opts to make this night even worse for the Gravity Manipulator. Yet another championship has changed hands. Cam Harris is the new NGW champion, and apparently that wasn't enough for him. He's hounded Ace Reeves all month long, made his short reign as champion a living hell, and before he even held the championship, just had to take that one last little piece by laying Ace Reeves out after the match was already over. But the fact of the matter is, Cam Harris is indeed the new NGW champion. One last title to be decided. It is main event time. History. As we have Piper Fox and Sonny Octave set to collide one last time. A year in the making between these two. One of the most highly anticipated clashes in CMV history. This is a match that everybody and their mamas needs to sit down right now and do not take your eyes off of the screen. What the hell? What's going on here? Piper Fox is supposed to... The former NGW Women's Champion. What? Someone's coming out of that smoke there. Is that Piper... That Piper Fox? Piper Fox in a way that I have never seen her before. What the hell has gotten into Piper? Yes, that is Piper Fox, but what has gotten into her? Preparing for the final battle, I guess, has brought that beast within out of Piper Fox tonight. This is a side that we have never seen from the former NGW Women's Champion before, but moments like these, they're known to bring out other sides to superstars. Piper Fox, who is usually happy-go-lucky, bouncing around, high-fiving the fans, just looking to have a good time, but that's not what tonight is about. There's too much at stake. This is too personal. Piper Fox can't afford to be her usual self against Sunny Octave here in the main event of Homebound. She's going to stand across that ring from the woman who nearly cost her her entire career. Ultimately put Piper Fox on the shelf for nearly 4 months. Piper Fox twisted into this thing we see before us, but maybe that's for the best. Maybe this is what she needs to once and for all end this war between she and Sunny Octave. I feel like she's staring directly into my soul. How is Sunny Octave going to respond to this mind games running abound? But there's the champion. If that did affect her in any sort of way, she's doing a good job of hiding it, as she should. Weakness is something that Sunny Octave can't afford to showcase for Piper Fox here tonight. Because even Piper Fox on any normal night is dangerous enough, but this new side of Fox, something that we've never seen before, Octave has to know that she is in for the fight of her life. And this is far from the first time that these two have clashed. Who could forget their Iron Woman match, where they just left it all in the ring? And that's where Piper Fox first suffered that neck injury, and it was only made worse a couple of weeks after that when she was set to defend her title against Sunny Octave, but Sunny Octave was attacked by Kelsey Hayes, as you'll all recall. So instead it was Melissa Lombardi who challenged Piper Fox for the title. Fox retained, but then was immediately cashed in on by Ashley Rain, who only worsened that neck injury, defeating Piper Fox to become the new women's champion. And then Fox was forced to go onto the shelf for almost 4 months, never got her rightful championship rematch, and even upon returning to NGW, resuming her war with Sunny Octave, still had to earn her shot, and she did in Toronto when she defeated Danielle Davis to make it right here tonight, now, in the main event. Can she reclaim that championship? Or will Sunny Octave prove without a shadow of a doubt that she is better than Piper Fox? Here we go. Fox Octave one more time in the main event of Homebound for the NGW Women's Championship collar and elbow tie-up. Sunny Octave doesn't want to fuck around with this version of Piper Fox, but takes the cheap shot anyway. Not surprised even a tiny bit. Flip side of that back suplex head gets a kick off to the gut. These two have faced off since Piper Fox returned, but only once in that triple threat match where Fox pinned Octave to win. But one-on-one, they haven't clashed since the Iron Woman match. Big question, is Piper Fox still dealing with any sort of neck injury? If she is, Sunny Octave, you can bet your bottom dollar is going to take advantage. So just like Sunny Octave can't afford to show any sort of fear, Piper Fox can't afford to show any sort of lingering injury. Tries to pull off the kick, elbow to the knee, forearm smash to the chest, backs her into the corner, turned around. Kick right to the spine, man, and then taken down flush. Another soccer ball kick, hooks the leg, does Piper Fox. One. Trying to end this one early, you're going to be sorely mistaken. Sunny Octave, people have said, a lot of people have said that she doesn't deserve to hold that championship, but I personally think, as I do believe many others have caught on to, she is a phenomenal women's champion. At first, I can understand. She beat Ashley Rain in under 2 minutes via a small package. You can call that an upset, and I would believe you. But since then, Sunny Octave has defended that title numerous times against some of the absolute best. And even though her attitude could use a fixin', Sunny Octave, I guess, has earned the right to act any way she wants to. While Piper Fox has been gone, Sunny Octave has carried this women's division on her back. She's been that queen of the mountain. But Piper Fox has returned to reclaim her throne. Up against the ropes, slingshot back towards the center of the ring. Stomp onto the hand. Take that same hand. Full arm right across the knee. And a move that could so easily snap an arm in two. Octave, Irish whip out onto the apron. Piper Fox able to hang on to that top rope, though. Forearm smash clips her. Sunny Octave gonna bring her back into the ring with an exploder suplex. Into the pin she goes, lateral press. A 1 count doesn't even find its way from referee Poe. Octave with her jaw dropped. Crucifix driver. Hooks that leg. One. Notice that we're getting a lot of pins early on in this one. So, widely recognized strategy to try and force your opponent to exert their energy early on by kicking out. And even more so if you lock in a submission. This Dragon Sleeper, Octave, has got nowhere to go. The ropes are far, far away. Flinging Piper Fox off was the damage done already, however. This is that knee. Face first off the top turnbuckle. Piper Fox, Irish whip across the ring. Watch out, referee. Oh, no, pulled back into a hip toss. You would have thought. And these two know each other so astonishingly well. Single knee face breaker after Octave countered the super kick. 1, 2. Did that even make a 2 count? I'm not quite sure. I think I got a bit overzealous myself. Sunny Octave looking around, though. Can't wait for too long. What is this? Modified cross-ace. Doesn't look like she has it fully locked in, though. And that's going to be to her detriment. Fox able to get onto her back and knee off to the base of Octave's skull, and then a straight punch to the bridge of the nose. Forearm smash, open palm, and again turns her around. Overhands just connected, back to back to back. Forearm smash, my God, spinning Celtic Octave finally gets a defensive edge. Sweeps the leg, moonsault. This match didn't mean any sort of glitz or glamour, just straight up one-on-one. Who's the better woman once and for all? There's so much riding on this, and Sunny Octave to finally solidify herself as the very best woman in NGW history. Suspended heartbreak. And will it be for Piper Fox. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. But Fox, much to Octave's chagrin, getting her shoulder up off the canvas with not a whole lot of time to spare. Sunny is smart though. She knows she's in the driver's seat and wants to keep it that way, blowing on the knuckles before drilling that closed fist right down Octave's gullet. Mini curb stomp and a roar that echoes throughout this arena. Wants to mark her territory, an animalistic edge to Octave tonight. Believes her open. The Super Kick connects. Shining Wizard hooks the leg. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't, you're telling me that wasn't a 3. How was that not a 3? That may have been, I know I say this a lot, but truly and honestly, that may have been the closest count I have ever seen. Fox back to the arm, but if that Shining Wizard didn't do the deed, then the GTS surely will, and Octave knows it. Sunny Octave getting off the shoulders of Fox. Hits that reverse DDT, and Octave again with her finger on the trigger, lining up Fox all the way across the ring. A head full of steam, suspended heartbreak. And surely there's no way Piper Fox kicks out of a second one. 1, 2. But she does. She does, and I don't know why I'm surprised. It's Piper Fox we're talking about, and not just any old version of Piper Fox. This side of her we've never seen before. Octave doing her very best to stay focused, but how can you? Scoop slam gets her back into the ring. Octave, another single knee face breaker. Calling Piper Fox a loser, saying that's all you'll ever be when compared to me. A third suspended heartbreak. And even someone like Piper Fox is gonna succumb to an onslaught like this. 1, 2. Am I dreaming? Have I entered an alternate dimension where things like this are possible? Piper Fox has kicked out of 3 suspended heartbreaks. Backslide driver, and I don't even want to fathom what sort of entity she may be praying to right there. Tries to catch Sunny Octave off guard with this spider pin, and she nearly does. 2.99999. Octave would have only been beaten but embarrassed if that would have been a hammerlock lariat. Inhuman performance by Piper Fox. Sunny Octave trying to go low. Fox digging a knee into her ribs. I think I heard a couple of them crack, even from over here. Clothesline ties her up in a drop toe hold. Hung out to dry. Nowhere for her to escape to. Fox goes out onto the apron. Drive-by knee to the temple. Fox from the corner. Ritualistic. And how she's carrying herself in that ring tonight. Took too much time and Octave was ready for her. Head scissors lays her out. Goes for a headbutt, but an elbow is waiting. Octave doesn't see the calf kick coming right at her. Tries for the pin. 1, 2. Piper Fox for all of her fare tonight is still human, I believe. Sunny Octave knows that. There's something she can do to win this match. There has to be. Piper Fox is hailed by many as being the absolute best women's competitor in NGW history, maybe one of the best in CMV history, period. But there's always been one woman rivaling her, and that's Sunny Octave, another shining wizard. Into the corner she goes, coming up from behind with a double boot stomp. Octave gets out of the way, but not of that front headlock. Holds her there for a minute, playing around. Counters the Irish whip out onto the apron. This is Fox's chance to be the undisputed best. Octave back into the ring, hits a bangarang, and there's her roar. Piper Fox wants to play mind games. Octave is right there to meet her. Pop-up punch it. Cleaning the clock of Piper Fox. 1, 2. Still, Piper Fox finds a way to survive. Tornado DDT by Piper. Fox, holding her head, knows that at this point, she needs to finish things off. Goes for the GTS. It gets countered. Forearm smash. And Octave, no wasted motion. And a heartbeat. Suspended heartbreak. A fourth. Yes, you are hearing me correctly. A fourth time. 1, 2, 3. Sunny Octave is still the NGW Women's Champion. My God. Sunny Octave has done it. She actually did. Wait. No, don't tell me she's going to pull a Cam Harris. You already won. It's over. The war is over, Sunny. You're the best. We all know that now. You don't need to do this. Before she even takes the championship, she wants to make sure that the message is clear. Sunny Octave isn't just still the women's champion, but she is the undisputed best women's wrestler, period. Well, my friends, I wish Homebound could have ended on maybe a more uplifting note, but instead, Sunny Octave still reigns dominant as women's champion. And Piper Fox, well, despite her best efforts, is left with her head hung low. Despite that, what an incredible show, my friends. From top to bottom, not a single match disappointed. I really hope we could have had an actual outcome to the loser leaves NGW Iron Man match between Joseph Santos and Tenra. I have received a full report now that Santos has not only suffered a pretty major concussion, multiple teeth knocked out, a broken jaw, but numerous cracked ribs as well. After what Tenra did to him, I mean, I'll say it again, I don't like that the match had to end like that, but Ken Donahue 100% with the right call, because who knows what Tenra would have continued to do. I really do believe he may have killed Santos if that match was allowed to continue as scheduled. But I don't wish any sort of harm on Santos, and I hope that he can recover, but it's sounding like it'll be a long time before he ever steps into that ring again. I hope that Tenra is going to be okay mentally moving forward. But anyway, thank you for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope that you enjoyed the show as much as I did. If you're new, make sure that you drop a follow so that you know when I go live. You get those cheeky notifications, because tomorrow is going to be not only part 1 but part 2 of Ascendant 7, our biggest show here in CMV, the grandest stage of them all. You do not want to miss that. 16 rather, my bad. I can't count so much. 16 awesome matches set to go down. But for now, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Friday night. I'm going to go pass out, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.